Hello, first-year writing students. This is Carolyn Jomso, Reference and Instruction Librarian at UNH Manchester, and this is your second screencast on beginning research for your 401 paper. Last time I talked to you about finding information about your topic using a variety of reference sources. By now you should have filled out the worksheet, and so now you should have a more in-depth understanding of your topic. Hopefully you've written down some of the key players, what some of the issues and controversies are, and maybe you have begun to focus your topic a bit based on what you read in CQ Researcher, Opposing Viewpoints, Resource Center, and Credo Reference. Now we're going to dig a little bit deeper with the research. Our next step is to go to this tab in the guide, the Books tab, and start looking for books on your topic. Now, what you have here is a search screen which will let you look in the library catalog. The catalog has books, ebooks, DVDs, music CDs, anything that the library can own physically or own electronically. This is not where you're going to go to look for articles. Those are the databases in the next tab. Now you can choose. The catalog actually defaults to searching libraries worldwide. That's probably too broad a search. What I like to tell people to do is to search in the UNH libraries. You could go very micro and see what we have here at Manchester. You could just search Durham, but searching both opens up the libraries at UNH, Diamond Library, the Bioscience Library, which have a lot of books that can get here very quickly. We have a van service with Durham. Items here can arrive within a day or two. So what I'm going to do now is see what UNH has on my topic of genetically modified foods, which is what I was looking for last time. When I click the Go button, I find that I have 182 results of books at UNH, or DVDs, it could be DVDs, on the topic of genetically modified foods. Now the first thing I notice in looking at my results are that some of them are quite dated. Mendel in the Kitchen, which is the title of a book, 2004. Pandora's Picnic Basket, 2000, 2002. What I can do is use this sort of screen over here to the left of the screen to focus in on more recent items. So for example, if I click on 2010, I've just narrowed my results down to books published during that particular year. And if I click on the first book, Thwarting Consumer Choice, the Case Against Mandatory Labeling for Genetically Modified Foods, which obviously states its position on the topic of labeling. We talked about that in the last screencast, and could be valuable whether you're in favor of labeling or not. Remember, we talked about how you need to look at all sides of an issue. Now in this case, I get the information about who wrote the book, who published it, and it lets me know the format, an ebook. So if I go down here to find a copy online and UNH libraries, I can click right here and it brings me right to the ebook for that particular book. I can read the book online. UNH has subscriptions to a variety of ebooks, so definitely be looking for that link. If I go back, now I can go in and take a look at some of these other books. So for example, The World According to Monsanto, Pollution, Corruption, and the Control of the World's Food Supply. If I click here, and again this is 2010, once again I get a link to an ebook, which is great, but I also find out that UNH owns the book in paper. See how it says Diamond Level 4? It's currently out, due 3/16, and I have the call number. I'm curious about that other copy of The World. Oh, it was the same one. There must be a record for the ebook and a record for the book itself. Global food security. If I click here, once again, it tells me that it's an ebook. So as you'll see with certain topics, the ebook format is very popular. Now here we have one called Life Science Ethics. If I click here, It tells me that it's available in Diamond Library Level 2, tells me it's available, and I get the call number. What you can do if you find an item that is available in Durham, come talk to a librarian, email us, call us, text us. We will be able to get that book for you and get it here very quickly. Now, I wanted you to see what it looks like if a book is available in Manchester, so I went back several screens as I was talking. I'm going to focus this search now to the Manchester campus. And as you can see, we have now 13 books available in Manchester. And let's take a look at a more recent one. So I'm looking to see, here's one from 2008, Sustaining Life, How Human Health Depends on Biodiversity. There must be a link to or some discussion of genetically modified foods. And you'll see right here under UNH Libraries, it mentions Diamond Library Level 2, but it also says Manchester Oversize. And it's available, and there's the call number. Get that call number, come to the library, and we'll help you find the book. Okay, now that we've done a really quick overview of how to use the catalog, if you have questions or issues as you're searching in class or searching on your own, be sure to write them down. Rachel will be in class on Monday and she can answer those questions. But our next step is to go to this article link. If you click right there on articles, what we're going to look for now are newspaper articles, magazine articles, and peer-reviewed articles. I think we all know what magazine articles are. They're in the popular literature. We're talking Time, Newsweek, U.S. News and World Report, magazines written for the layperson. Newspaper articles, again, self-explanatory. We probably all have a sense of what a newspaper article looks like. However, the peer-reviewed literature or the peer-reviewed articles need a bit more explaining. Articles that have gone through the peer review process are articles that experts write for experts. Doctors writing for doctors, professors writing for professors. They submit the article to a particular journal publication, and then the article is sent to peers in the area, other experts who assess whether or not it is a quality article before it actually gets published. In some classes, you will be required to use only peer-reviewed articles. Most first-year writing instructors would like you to look at some peer-reviewed articles, but they're also going to allow you to use appropriate magazine and newspaper articles. How do you find these articles? What I would like to show you is a basic article database called Academic Search Complete. This database includes journals and magazines from a variety of different disciplines. From health to literature to art, it will all be available in Academic Search Complete. It will also provide you with access to all three of those different article types that I mentioned: magazines, newspapers, and journal articles. Some discipline-specific databases that you will probably use once you get into your majors actually provide you with only peer-reviewed articles. However, Academic Search Complete will give you everything. I'm going to type in genetically modified foods as my topic, and I just know that I am going to get literally thousands of results. So I want to think about some of the keywords that may have come up when I looked in the reference sources. So for example, I may have found information on genetically modified foods and health issues. So I'm going to put in health as a way to focus my topic. I'm going to click search. And even with that focused search of adding health, I still have 903 articles. My first thought is that I might want to narrow things down even more. When I look over here under Refine Results, you'll notice that one way that I can limit is by publication date. And sure enough, I have articles here going all the way back to 85. I'm going to use my cursor and say only look for articles published within the last 6 years. Now I'm down to 314. I may want to focus this a little bit more. So for example, if I look at source types, 181 are from academic journals, 101 for magazines, 17 newspapers, and 11 from something called trade publications, which are specialized publications for people in certain disciplines or professions. I might decide that at this point in my research, magazines are going to be the most appropriate. Popular magazines. They're written for the layperson, and since I'm beginning my research, I might feel that I want some of the basic contextual information they provide. Later on, you may change your mind and decide to take a look at academic journals. So I'm down to 101 popular magazine articles published since 2009. Now, the very first one right here, Public Health Regulation and the Limits on Paternalism, is written by David Friedman, that's the author, in a journal called the Connecticut Law Review. It was published July 2014, volume 46, issue 5, and then it gives me the pages. This is a pretty long one, 84 pages. This is called the citation information. This is what you need to locate the article and to cite it. Now, in this case, the Public Health Regulation and the Limits of Paternalism, the article itself is right here for me as well. I can click that PDF full text link and I have that very lengthy 84-page article from the Connecticut Law Review on public health regulation, which must include at some point genetically modified foods. So in that case, it was pretty easy for me to get to the article. That article might not be the most appropriate. I may decide that I want to start with something easier, like number 6, is organic food really healthier? Now, another trick on this page, in addition to getting the citation information and the article itself, over here to the right, you'll notice a little page icon with a magnifying glass. When I put my cursor over that, I get something called the abstract. The abstract is a short description of the article. So just looking at the abstract might let you know whether or not the article is what you're looking for or if it's appropriate for your topic. So what do you do if an article is not available in full text? I'm going through the pages and finding that most of the ones that I was found, I'm pretty lucky they are full text. But let's take a look at this one here from Food Technology. EU backs country-specific GMO bans. You'll notice that it's not full text, neither is the one right above it, but there is a link that says check for full text. I'm going to click that link. If that were available full text in another database, I'd get a nice blue link right here. I don't get one, so my next step is to order it through something called interlibrary loan. I'm going to click right here at the ILLiad login. Now, ILLiad is actually a Durham item. We share the databases with Durham. What you want to look for if you get to this screen is this little link down here for UNH Manchester users. Click right there, and you are now on an online request form. Fill out information about you, about the article. Once you've done that, when you click Send Now down here, we will get your request. We'll find a library that owns that article, get it for you in PDF, and email it to you. So that is, or those are, the basics of using the catalog and using Academic Search Complete to find articles. Your task now is to go back to your guide, find the worksheet, and I'm just clicking back here, the worksheet that is linked from your main page, the article page, and I will guide you in that worksheet in finding keywords and using Academic Search Complete. Fill out that worksheet, bring it to class on Monday, and Rachel will talk to you about how to assess the information that you found. Thank you very much.